Hey everyone. I know I just did a soda tasting, but there was another soda I wanted to try that I saw at the store for the first time. And that was one of the Nitro Pepsis, and it was the Vanilla Draft Cola specifically. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I tend to avoid dark sodas because dark sodas, with the exception of root beer sometimes, have phosphoric acid as opposed to citric acid as the acid that's used in it for whatever reason. And phosphoric acid causes kidney stones, and I have a very long, painful history with kidney stones. But of all the dark sodas that exist, with the exception of root beer, which I can still drink, the one I probably miss drinking the most is Vanilla Coke. I was a big fan of Dr. Pepper back in the day as well, or even Pib. But Vanilla Coke's probably the one I miss the most, so when I saw that they made a vanilla version of the Nitro Pepsi, which I was already intrigued by, using nitrogen as opposed to carbon dioxide to, put the bubbles in it. Yeah, so I thought I would at least try this. I might be risking having to fire rocks out of my penis in the near future, but I do that for you, my loyal viewer, because that's the kind of guy I am. So what do we have here on the ingredients? Carbonated water, not nitrogenated water, I guess, I don't know. Corn syrup, caramel color, natural artificial flavors, caffeine, the normal stuff, potassium sorbate, tartaric acid, citric acid. Oh, there's citric acid in here too. Well, Crystal Pepsi, which I'm a big fan of, has phosphoric and citric acid at the same time as well, so maybe that's just a Pepsi thing. And then a bunch of other stuff. And then salt, for some reason, is an ingredient, and then nitrogen is the last ingredient listed. Now, on the can itself, it has like chill can, pour hard, and admire and enjoy. So they seem to really want you to drink this from a glass and not directly from the can. So I'm going to do both. I have my little Mind Rewinder cup from VHStival back in the summer of 2019, pre-COVID. The Alamo Drafthouse had it. I hope VHStival comes back at some point, but they haven't even brought back Dismember the Alamo fully. We didn't get it last year. But that's neither here nor there for this soda tasting review. So let's take a gander. By the way, how many? This is 13.65 fluid ounces, which is a very odd thing. I know nitrogenated things, like there's the Nitro Cold Brew at Starbucks, and I like that for the most part. And it gives you like a smoother texture, things like that. But coffee is not normally carbonated, so that's sort of why you're not missing anything. But from the people who have tried one of these Nitro Pepsis before, I've heard that they taste flat because the nitrogen is going to be much smoother and have less bite than just carbon dioxide pumped into it. By the way, even though coffee's not carbonated all that often, I really love carbonated iced tea. That was like, they sold that everywhere. There was this carbonated Lipton iced tea they sold in the Netherlands when I was there like 9 years ago. Gotta go back to Europe at some point. But they don't really sell much of that here. I have the CO2 tank where I can carbonate stuff myself. I just haven't used it in a very long time. But anyway, yeah, that's enough ado of here. Let me try. That was loud. Oh, it's starting to bubble out there. Maybe it was a little bit shaken. It's Okay, so it's very frothy. So that's the case. So let me take a little bit of a drink from the can, and then I'll pour it into the glass for, glass purposes and see if that makes any sort of difference whatsoever. Not much of a smell to it. It's like a mild Pepsi, mild vanilla. But I'm not getting much of a smell off of it, but let's see. So the taste is good. As far as just like a vanilla Coke, or in this case Pepsi, you get the taste of cola and you get the taste of that vanilla. I'd say the vanilla in this tastes a little bit more like actual, like legitimate vanilla than the one in Vanilla Coke. Vanilla Coke has a very specific vanilla taste where it doesn't taste like that bad artificial vanilla, but it doesn't taste like real vanilla either. It has its own unique whatever to it. This kind of tastes like not as thick or as strong as like vanilla ice cream, but it has like that type of vanilla mixed in with the cola. But taste-wise, like it. Texture-wise, it has the texture of a flat soda that you've left. Like if you open a can of soda and then you put it back in the fridge and you drink it like 2 hours later, it has that kind of taste. Not necessarily flat, because flat soda loses some of its character, but it has that sort of like, I've left it out in the fridge for a little bit and the bubbles have dissipated. But this seems to have more, like the flavor has not dissipated, because if you do that to a can of regular soda, you leave it in the fridge open for a while, it seems to lose some of its flavor. This is like if it didn't lose flavor, but it lost the bubbles. Anyway, let's try a pour here. Comes out mostly just looking like regular Pepsi. I mean, I can hear the bubbles. There definitely are bubbles in here. It's, you know. And then it gets very frothy toward the end. Is it Guinness that has, like, some nitrogenation? I want to say it does. Though Guinness cans have that little like ball in the bottom of them that you can do. But anyway, can't really see because this isn't really a transparent glass, but it's got like a little bit of a head in it almost. It doesn't take on a different character in a glass really, but let's see if it affects the taste any. No, it just kind of goes down smooth. I will say, I think what the Nitro does is it gives it, I mean, aside from like that foam head on it, like you'd get from like a beer from the tap, it has a creamier texture than soda would have, even more than flat soda would have. It's still closer to flat soda than regular soda is, but it's got a smooth creamy, like it's not unpleasant. Like the people who have just been like, oh, that just tastes like flat soda has a specific type of disappointment when you drink it. This I'm not disappointed by. I actually like this, which is kind of unfortunate because I can't really drink much of it because, you know, the aforementioned kidney stones. They weren't selling these in solo packs or solo cans. They were only selling in a 4-pack, so I did buy a 4-pack, so I do have 3 more of these, and I will drink them. I'll maybe try to space them out a little bit to try to avoid kidney stoneness. Probably just wash them down with a lot of stuff that has citric acid to try and counteract it. But I do like this. Is it missing the bites or the real bubbles of carbonation? Yeah, a little bit. But it makes up for that by having this unique creamy texture that you don't normally get from... It's light but creamy, though. I should say that. It's like when you like scoop some foam off of like the top of a drink and kind of like suck it off your finger type thing. It's kind of like that type of like smoothness. It's not like a thick cream or anything. Hashtag thick cream. Yeah, and I do like the taste. In a pinch, I would probably prefer to just be drinking like a regular like vanilla Coke, to be honest. But otherwise, yeah, it's just if you're going into it wanting it to have the carbonation of when you're a normal soda just with nitrogen instead of carbon dioxide, it's gonna disappoint you. It is definitely closer to flat, but it has a better taste and like that creaminess kind of thing. So it kind of depends on what you're looking from it. I mean, if you kind of want a soda that has sort of a creamy mouthfeel, phrasing, and it's kind of just like a lark like that, go ahead. But if you're going to be disappointed because it doesn't have like the character of a carbonated soda, then, you know, avoid it. So, but anyway, I'm glad that I satiated my curiosity there. Don't know why salt's an ingredient. That's kind of confusing. But yeah. Oh, what does it say? There's like a little asterisk here, and it says versus regular Pepsi. And I'm trying to say like what... Oh, it's for smaller bubbles, smoother taste. So yeah, I mean, smaller bubbles, smoother taste, yep. I would agree with all of that. That is true. Um, so yeah. So anyway, that was the Nitro Pepsi vanilla. I don't know if the regular flavor, just regular cola Nitro Pepsi, is gonna have that same, because you expect something that has a vanilla flavor to kind of have a creamy texture. You don't necessarily expect straight cola to, so maybe it just kind of works better with the vanilla draft version. So, oh well, that's, I tried it. Here we are. So, thanks everybody. See ya.